Hello guys and gals, this is Mr. Death Incorporation here today to bring you a game called Narcissu. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm not entirely sure, but this is the visual novel that I had started a while back, and I do intend to finish it. Hopefully I don't have copyrighted or this doesn't get copyrighted. So far it hasn't. But without any further ado, let us traverse into this amazing, beautiful novel. This wasn't idle chit-chat about when lights out was, or where the kitchen was, or anything like that. This was something completely different. The third time you are discharged home, resign yourself. There won't be a fourth time. You will never go home again. If you ever want to escape, head toward the B station, not the A station. Eat nothing. That is the simplest shortcut. You leave the smallest burden on your family that way. It was as if she was packed to the brim with matters like those. This was probably an oral tradition, relevant only to those who were going to die, and kept by those who came here for that purpose. So is this the duty that you were talking about? With those words, she slowly stood up. She casually tossed her hair, her long hair, and grazed my nose, and it grazed my nose. Then she turned her back, started walking down the corridor. Now completely deserted, save for me. The lounge held only the laughter from the TV and the white flowers by the windowsill. In the end, she didn't even look at me once. Protagonist, January 10th, 2005. A few days later. New Year's celebrations were over, and the middle and high school students were beginning a new term. And just as ever, she and I sat in this lounge, staring blankly at the TV. This is boring. So we said, but both of us kept our eyes on the screen. Hey, is this the place Hey, is this place always this way? I'm getting at how it's always deserted. Other than the nurses, doctors, and help staff, and other than her, I'd not seen a single person. Did everyone go home for New Year or something? Well, I didn't mean... We, who disearnestly tossed back and forth this exchange that could not even be called a conversation. The slight breeze, coming from the window that would not open more than 15 centimeters. From time to time, her hair would sway, and as if in agreement, the flowers at the windowsill would too. This was how we killed time, day after day, staring at the boring, good-for-nothing TV. Oh, here the two of you are, an elderly nurse said as she rushed towards us. From what I'd seen of the nurse's station, she was apparently the change nurse of 7F. Well, Miss Setsumi, any fever? Setsumi. So that was her name. You really shouldn't be moving around like this. Do you understand? Everyone's worried about you.
別にいいよ。
Come now, what kind of answer is that? Oh, children these days. The nurse continued to scold the hen peck for some while longer, and the girl named Satsumi, just pretended not to notice it at all. She simply stared straight forward at the boring TV, paying that fussy nurse a little heed as she could. I'll be coming later to draw some blood, okay? With those words, the charge nurse went back to the nurse's station. Hey, you know... Well... Mind if I call you Satsumi? I asked this as I stared at her white vinyl ID bracelet, and at the blood type, and the name written, Theron. Is something the matter, Satsumi?
どうして呼び捨てなの？
Huh?
年下のくせに。
Hey, why am I younger than you?
別に。そう思っただけ。
It wasn't that I was offended that she called me younger than her. It was just that no matter how I looked at it, I thought I was 5-6 years older than she was. That's why I took out my driver's license from my breast pocket and handed it directly to her. See? I may not seem it, but I'm 20.
やっぱり年下よ。
She only took a glance at my license before handing it back to me. I don't really get what you're saying.
どうでもいいじゃない。少し上なだけよ。
She murmured, as expressionlessly as ever. Her eyes were fixed on the boring TV. All right. But also felt as if she was gazing at something far away. After they'd taken my AM vital signs, I snuck past the nurses and boarded the elevator. When I got to 1F, I walked out to the outpatient clinic doors and walked outside of the hospital. My goal was the place that I'd been told about not long ago, the faraway B station, not the nearby A station. It wasn't that I wanted to escape or anything. At 7F or at home, none of us died anywhere else. That's what I'd been told. And this B station, which the girl named Satsumi had apparently been to many times. That's why at least just once, I wanted to see this place with my own eyes. It's not as if there's going to be a guard on duty. Even so, we were inhabitants of 7F, different from other inpatients. And thinking of vague maybes so early in the morning, I headed toward that station. My legs settled into lazy gait as I glanced sidelong at the people commuting to school or work. After about 25 minutes of this, I arrived in the front of the station, roughly 4 bus stops away when I calculated it out. Wow, there are a lot of people here. Alright guys, this is where we have to save it. I know I messed up a lot, expect that in the future because I'm sort of leaning towards my mic because my parents are asleep, well my dad's asleep in the next room, and I have to keep my voice low so I have to get closer to the mic. But, I do plan on finishing both of these seasons of this game. I'm really impressed with it, but without any further ado, thank you guys and gals so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Peace out.